Welcome to the Edo State audio broadcast. Yeah, I am your one and only Edo State. My message this morning, or what's my discussion this morning, is about the richest man in Africa, Aliko Dangote. This man is from Nigeria and he's a very rich man. Yeah, he has a lot of business around Nigeria and in Africa. This man is a friend of the governor of Edo State, where I'm from. Edo State is a place where you can get arrested just for walking around with a laptop or an iPad or a smartphone. If you get stopped by a police officer in Edo State and they happen to find a laptop in you, you'll be arrested. You'll be automatically called a criminal because you are walking around with laptop. The same Edo State, this richest man in Africa, Aliko Dangote, this man has a cement factory. He normally have a truck that he used to supply cement around Nigeria. Not too long ago, this man's truck, one of his truck, a 40-feet truck, 40 feet truck, a large truck, was discovered in Edo State by the Edo State people, security agencies. The truck, the 40-feet truck of Dangote, was full of cannabis, a drug called cannabis, aka Igbo. The truck was full of cannabis. 40-feet truck. It's a big, large truck. It was packed with cannabis. What they did was they loaded the bag of cannabis on the truck and then I poured some sand, stones, granite on top of the truck just to, cover up so that people will not notice the bag of cannabis. But it was discovered in Edo State. I can tell you now, till today, the present governor of Edo State has not done anything. The present governor of Edo State has not done anything to investigate this matter. I'm telling you. He has not done anything to investigate this matter. This criminal offense, because it's a serious criminal offense, as far as I know, cannabis has not been legalized in Edo State. If our young men and women can be arrested from walking around with a laptop on them, so are you telling me that Dangote is above the law? Dangote is above the law. Dangote is allowed to ship 40-feet truck load of cannabis to Edo State and get away with it. The same Dangote that committed this great offense, the same Dangote was brought to the summit that the Edo State did not too long ago. The Edo State named it Alagodao Summit. Dangote was one of the guests. The same Dangote that commits this criminal offense. Dangote truck was loaded with cannabis, aka Igbo. 40-feet truck of Dangote. 40-feet truck hauled by Dangote was loaded with cannabis in Edo State, was found in Edo State. The Edo State governor did not even bother to investigate the matter. No arrest was made. Dangote is above the law. He gets away with it. Whereas an Edo citizen, if an Edo citizen was caught driving a flash car, a fine car, you will be arrested by the police. You will be called a criminal. Here we have a Dangote, the richest man in Africa, loaded his truck with cannabis, Igbo, and ship it to Edo State. Edo State right now, we have nearly close to 50% of the youth of Edo State have actually run away from Edo State because of the hardship, because of the abuse and neglect by our governors, both the present and the past governors we have had in Edo State. The little youth we have, or the little young ones, young minds we have in Edo State now, Dangote and the present governor of Edo State, their plan is to ship cannabis to Edo State and sell cannabis and pump drug into our community in Edo State and use drugs to start destroying the minds of our people. This is the plan. This is the plan. Because if this is not the plan, if this is not the plan of the present governor of Edo State, why on earth will Obaseki not investigate this criminal offense? That criminal offense that was done by Dangote. How can anybody ship a truck, 40-feet truck loaded with cannabis, Igbo, to Edo State, and the governor decided to sweep the matter under the carpet? He never discussed it. He never talked about it. No arrest was made. No investigation was carried out. And then want us, we the Edo people, to be quiet about it. How can we be quiet? How can we be quiet about these things? This is a serious offense. If Obaseki really have the interest of the people at heart, really want Allah down for Edo people, why will he bring the same man that shipped 40-foot truck of cannabis, of drug, deadly drugs, to Edo State? Why will he bring him to the summit that he named Alagodao? What kind of Alagodao will a man that is supplying our community, that want to destroy our community with Igbo, with cannabis, what kind of Alagodao will that man bring to Edo State? What kind of Alagodao will the man bring to Edo State? So it's very obvious now that Obaseki himself is a criminal, so he associates himself with criminals. Because when you look at Obaseki, he has been in government. He has been in government since the time of Oshomole. The man has not done anything. He was the economic advisor to Oshomole. Now is for 8 years. Now he's the president. He's the governor now. Sorry. Now he's the governor of Edo State for the past 1 year. This man has not done anything for the Edo people. He has not done anything. He have not fixed any of the roads in Edo State. He have not constructed a new one. He have all our industries we have in Edo State that was built during the time of Ogbemudia and Professor Ali. Those industries is sitting down there. They are not functioning anymore. When Oshomole was in office, the man wasted $120 billion building a 5-star hospital that is not working. Oshomole wasted $120 billion. No Edo citizen have benefited from $120 billion Oshomole wasted. Edo citizens have not benefited a kobo, a penny from $120 billion Oshomole wasted in building the 5-star hospital that is not functioning today. I call on all the Edo people around the world. We cannot allow this to happen anymore. These governors, we will not allow them to take us for a fool and for a ride anymore. Because if Obaseki really want to do something, all the allocations Obaseki have been getting from the federal government now for the past 1 year that he has been in office, can Obaseki tell us one of the sectors that he have channeled the money on? Is it education? Is it healthcare? Is it infrastructure? Is it building industry or fixing the old ones? Can he tell us one industry where, just one, say for the past 1 year at least, our healthcare sector is now up to standard? Or for the past 1 year, for the past 1 year that he has concentrated in making sure that the 5-star hospital Oshomole spent $120 billion in, that he has made sure that the hospital is now up and running, that the Edo citizens are now beginning to benefit from that 5-star hospital, are now beginning to benefit from that $120 billion Oshomole claim he used in building the 5-star hotel or hospital. Okay? Now, the 5-star hospital that is sitting down there now, can Obaseki come out and tell us why, after 1 year in office, why he cannot get the 5-star hospital up and running? Why is he planning of starting a new project again? Industrial park. That is a new project. They have to get the land. They have to lay foundation. They have to they now have to award the contract to one of their family. That will be the end of it. So, what is Obaseki telling us, the Edo citizens? Is Obaseki trying to say that we have to wait for another governor to come and make sure that the 5-star hospital is up and running? Why can't Obaseki make sure that the Edo citizens are beginning to benefit? Because Obaseki was the economic advisor to Oshomole. Obaseki he was aware of this $120 billion. So if he really have the interest of the Edo people at heart, why can't Obaseki, Governor Obaseki of Edo State, why can't him just make sure that, okay, the 5-star hospital is up and running, that the Edo people, Edo citizens are beginning to benefit from such a huge amount of money? $120 billion can turn Edo State around. How can you spend $120 billion to build, just to build an hospital for a building? There is no equipment inside the hospital, no beds, nothing, just for a building. You guys can see how wicked our governors are in Edo State. How wicked they are. They have evil mind. They don't have the interest of the people at heart. Both the present governor of Edo State and the past one that we had, Onyengu, Gbinejion, Oshomole, all of them, Obaseki, they are all evil people. They are criminals. They are all criminals. I call on all the other people worldwide, both home and abroad. We cannot afford to fold our hands anymore. We cannot afford to fold our hands anymore. We cannot afford to sit down and pray harder anymore. Prayers put people to sleep. Prayer put people to sleep. When people pray, prayer makes people to be lazy. Prayer makes people to be lazy. Prayer, we don't get up. We don't make you get up and get the job done. Prayer, when you say you want to pray, That meaning you are going to sit down there and wait for miracle that will never come. You are going to sit down there and wait for one man that will go to come from the sky and solve your problem for you. We are the one that have to make sure that we are the one that have to make sure with all the Edo citizens. We are the ones that have to make sure that our governors work for us. If they cannot work for us, we kick them out. We kick them out. We don't supposed to be begging the governor to do his job. The Edo citizens don't supposed to be begging their governor to do his job. If the governor does not know his job, he should resign. If Obaseki does not come out and tell us why he did not investigate Dangote, Obaseki should step down. The kind of behavior Obaseki is putting up to the Edo people, no leader in European country will behave that way. Obaseki don't see us finish. He don't see us finish. So I'm calling on all the Edo citizens worldwide, around the world, please, my people. We know that the good ones does not want to take part in politics, and the bad ones will continue to take us for the ride. We want the good ones to take over, and we must support the good ones. I keep saying that the only way forward, we cannot trust PDP or APC. We have tried PDP before. PDP was a disaster. We have APC now for 1 year, 9 years. Shomole was there for 8 years. Obaseki is there now for a year. We still cannot point to one thing that has been done for the Edo people in 9 years. All we hear a big amount of money, billions of dollars, billions of naira. They cannot, they have nothing to show for it. The only thing that Shomole have to show for $120 billion is the 5-star hospital that is not running. I keep telling my Edo people the only way forward, we must choose our own candidate. We must choose our own candidate. We must choose our own candidate that we are going to support with our own funds. Because if we wait for one of these political parties, PDP and APC, if we wait for these two criminals to choose the ones that we love, the one that we trust, they will not use it for themselves. That is another bad news for us too. But if we know the one that we love and trust, we choose them and we fund them. Instead of them having criminals as political godfather, let them have us, we the masses, as political godfather and godmother, as political people. Instead of them having political father behind them that will support them financially for them to campaign and win the election, let them have us. Let us be the one to support them financially for them to win the election, so that they will be answerable to us. We cannot afford to allow PDP and APC anymore. These people, they are all the same. Tell me one person in APC that have not been in PDP before. 90-something% of all the politicians in APC, they all move from PDP. They are all the same. If you meet them at the party, they all drink and eat together. They shake each other's hand, they give each other a hug. We have to make these people to work for us. We come to Europe, we see the way the European people are making their leader to work for them. The European leader, they are more afraid of their people. But we have a governor of Edo State that are not afraid of the Edo citizens. Instead of us to stay home and start to hold our governor, our local government chairman accountable, we all run over to Europe, and these people are very happy. We are running away, and we are hoping that these criminals will change. We must be joking. We are out of our minds. These people are benefiting from their criminality practices. They are benefiting from their corruption practices, and we are expecting them to change. One day, God will touch their heart. We have to pray harder. That one day will never come. We have to change things. It's obvious that there is no way we can change anything without being a politician. We all the masses have to be a politician. That is what we are. We are the government. The people is the government. As I said before, we have to choose our own candidate that we are going to support. We are going to support. And we must start now. We must start now. We must start now. Thank you everyone for listening to the Edo State audio broadcast. We have more audio coming your way very soon. Bye for now. Welcome to the Edo State audio broadcast. Yeah, I am your one and only Edo State. My message this morning, or what's my discussion this morning?